Hello, my beautiful Leos. Welcome or welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen, and today we will be looking at your energetic space. What is going on with your energy? And more specifically, I want to see what is your main driving force at this time. Also, what is being purified or healed within you, and what is being strengthened within you. We're going to find all of that out with the energy oracle deck over here. And then, as always, we're also going to get into the tarot. This is the Light Seers tarot, and we're going to get some additional information about your energies. Also, just as a quick reminder, this is a general reading, so not all of the messages are going to resonate with every single one of you. So please just use your discernment and take what is for you and leave the rest behind, okay? Now, before I get into the cards, I did want to point out that as I was kind of tuning into your energy, focusing on your energy, I did get a very heavy heart. Like, it almost started weighing on my lungs, on my whole chest. It was kind of difficult to breathe at times, or at least it felt very, very heavy. And I wouldn't say that it wasn't like a broken heart kind of feeling. It wasn't that. It was more like something is just saddening you, or something is weighing heavy on you. And I do feel a very strong like emotional sense coming through, rather than like a mental worry or something like that. I mean, it could also contribute to your overall feeling, of course, but it more so I felt was pooled in my chest and my heart area. So it feels like something is weighing heavily on your heart. Now, whether that's actually going to show up in the cards, I don't know. It might be just a message for some of you, but yeah, that's kind of what I felt. So I felt like I needed to say it before I even got into the cards. But as I said, we can get like a completely different message with the cards. You just never know. But yeah, anyway, that's what I was feeling with your energy, at least. Let's see what we can get with the cards. So starting with the main driving force for you at this time. What is Leo's main driving force at this time? Oh, we have patience, and it kind of turned itself over or around. Oh, interesting. Goddess of the Moon. Yeah, I'm it's interesting that, well, there are no reversals in this deck. I mean, you can read reversals with this deck, but I just don't have any reversed cards in the deck. So it's fairly significant to me that the card kind of turned itself upside down for you guys. So I'm going to keep it as such. I'm going to read it like that. But yeah, I don't really have any reversals in here. Now, with the underlying energy being Goddess of the Moon, it's... as I said, it does feel very much like emotions related, this energy that I was feeling. So this card very, very strongly suggests some form of like being in your feelings, diving deep in your emotions, being more in touch with that feminine energy. And again, this is not a gender specific reading. We're just talking about energies, and every single one of us have both feminine and masculine energies within us. But yeah, it's more of this like nurturing, more of this caring, more of this emotional aspect of you that seems to be very much highlighted at this time. So with it being the underlying energy with this patience card, yeah, it feels significant somehow. But I want to get the other cards out as well, and then we'll get into them one by one. So let's look at what is being healed or purified within you. Whoa. Okay, you have Healer of the Ages. This is a pretty big card. Pretty big. Door to personal healing and happiness. Interesting. So, yeah, definitely some form of healing happening with you. I mean, we have healing come out twice. So, but this is the energy that is being healed or purified within you. Interesting. Okay, let me move those out of the way. And yeah, I also want to see what is being strengthened within you. What is being strengthened within Leo? Wow, you have journey. Okay. So some form of forward movement or exploration, at least, whether physical or otherwise. And appreciation is the underlying energy. Interesting. Interesting energies coming out over here. So this appreciation card, to me, I read it as like the underlying energy for the whole reading. So for the whole spread. Okay, so let me kind of feel my way through these cards first, and then I'll tell you what I'm seeing and sensing for you guys. Okay, it's a really bizarre energy that I'm feeling actually for you, so I'm not sure how many of you this is going to resonate with, but I have to tell you what I'm seeing and feeling. Now, just as an overall energy with your cards, I get a sense that there's almost like this contradictory energy with you, where you want to move forward. I kind of feel almost this restlessness with this patience in reverse coming here, or coming out over here. Almost this restlessness to move forward, to get things going, to advance somewhere. But at the same time, I also feel this reluctancy to move or to change anything. It's so bizarre. I don't exactly know how to put it into words, and I really hope that it is making sense to some of you. But that's kind of exactly how it's feeling. It's like you are not exactly 100% happy with where you are, and you kind of want to see some kind of change. You want to see some kind of forward movement. But also it's almost like you are reluctant to actually do anything about it. And I'm kind of getting that with this appreciation card as well, that it's like you kind of see that where you are right now is not where you could be. It's not like the be-all, end-all. End-all, be-all? I'm not sure how the term goes. End-all, be-all. Yeah, that sounds more right. It seems that there's something that you still could like pursue, or something that you could attain more for yourself, or it's basically where you are right now. It's not your ultimate goal. It's not your ultimate vision. So you realize this, and that's kind of what is pushing you, or what's creating this restlessness for you. But at the same time, it's like when it actually is time to move forward, or to start taking practical steps to change things and to change your surroundings, it's almost like you start focusing on all the positives that are in your surroundings, or all the things that are comfortable for you and that you enjoy, and that almost like make you want to stay, or where you like talk yourself into staying put where you are, because it just sounds so much better than starting the whole like kerfuffle of changing things and going through this like uncomfortable phase of movement. I hope I'm making sense. I really, really do, because as I said, it's such a contradictory energy that I'm feeling with you guys. But yeah, just quickly going through all of these cards by themselves, even though I feel like I've already been talking for such a long time, but about the whole reading for you. As I said, with this patience in reverse, which is your like your main driving force, it's this very deep knowing, very deep feeling of needing to go, needing to shift, needing to move, needing like some form of change to take place. But also because we do have patience, right? And there's even a clock which is depicted on this card here, there is a time element here. And I do feel like it's almost as if you're feeling some form of pressure or some form of like anxiety about needing to move faster or things needing to progress faster. And as I said, it's like, because the underlying energy was the moon, or the goddess of the moon as well, it feels very deep, it feels very strong. So I feel like what you do actually in fact need to do is move. So that's why you are having this restless feeling, and that's actually something that may be weighing heavily on you, this realization that you kind of need to move, but your ego might be fighting you on this, kind of talking you into staying, which is kind of what I'm feeling with this appreciation. It's kind of like this feels more of like your ego, and this feels more of like this like divine feminine, this very, very deep wisdom and deep knowing that is pushing you forward. Right, so now we have the healer of the ages, which is something that is being healed within you. And this kind of feels like the shift that needs to happen, or the shift that needs to be made. Where it's almost like you don't really want to face the things that are keeping you stuck in this place, or that are keeping you stuck from moving forward. It's kind of like I get a slight shadow work aspect with this, which is interesting because this is more of a light card, I suppose. But I do get a bit of a feeling of needing to go deep and explore these very maybe dark and more heavy aspects of yourself that are somewhat restricting or limiting you. So yeah, this reluctancy to face these things, and not just to face and acknowledge them, but also to work through them, right? To actually heal them, so that you would be able to move towards your ultimate happiness, freedom, liberation, all these amazing things that your soul wants you to pursue. It's somewhat like being, I feel like there's a little bit of a standoff energy with your ego and your soul, or your that more divine aspect of you that sends you these nudges and sensations, feelings that tell you where to go, what to do, this these intuitive nudges, gut feelings, instincts, that kind of thing. So yeah, as I said, a standoffish energy is what I'm feeling with this. But with this being the energy that is being healed within you, it seems that it's going to be, I don't want to say that your ego is going to be overcome necessarily, but it just seems that this deep forcing energy that is coming from somewhere very, very mystical within you, somewhere unknown within you, I feel like that's going to win. And now I also say that because of the journey card here, which is something that is being strengthened within you. So as I said, this could actually be a physical journey that you're going to take, or this could be a mental, emotional, energetic journey that you're going to take. This could also symbolize some form of ascension that you're going through, like a spiritual ascension, rising higher and higher and higher in your vibration as well. It could symbolize that. But in any case, I do feel that this is more like just a metaphor, which is symbolizing that you are going to move forward. You are going to take yourself out of this kind of like a comfort zone where you don't actually want to be, or where you're not 100% happy, and you are going to move towards something new. But let's look at the tarot as well. So what I want to see first is why this is your main driving force. Even though I it's so interesting that I kind of already sense the underlying energy of this, why this is the main driving force for you. But it's always interesting to see whether we can get anything else out with the tarot. So Yeah, starting with the Patience. Why is the Patience in reverse Leo's main driving force at this time? We have Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it seems like it's like a fed up energy, or desperately needing something new, desperately needing something, you know, the Queen of Swords as well. Liberation and freedom and exploration is for some reason a very strong word that keeps coming up. But one more. Oh, you have 2. I'm going to take 2. Oh, interesting. You have the Four of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So actually these 2 cards I feel like have been coming out quite a lot, or maybe I'm just, maybe they're just so memorable, but I feel like the Four of Swords has been making an appearance already, and also the Queen of Pentacles. But yeah, so we have Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so what it feels like to me is that, again, it's like, with this Page of Pentacles versus the Queen of Pentacles, it feels like this is where you are right now, which is almost like somewhat held back, somewhat limited, somewhat kind of, yeah, your development or your growth is being stifled somewhat. And with this Queen of Pentacles, this is like, this is you knowing that this is what you could be. This is the level that you could reach. Oh, and the Lovers. Yeah, and I know usually when people see the Lovers, they get super excited, especially because it looks like so romantic. But in this case, I'm sorry to say, guys, if you're hoping for like a romantic message, I do feel more like this is your kind of internal wholeness, your internal happiness and fulfillment, where you kind of come into unison within yourself, if that makes any sense. Like your feminine, your masculine energy working in unison. And it's actually interesting that this is the underlying energy, because as I said, I got this standoffish energy, right? With your ego and your like this more like divine feminine energy. And your ego can veer towards more of like a masculine energy, because it's more like action oriented. It's more like rational, more thinking, that kind of thing, whereas the feminine is more like feeling and sensing and quiet and still. So these two like polarities coming together, that's essentially what is like propelling you forward, or why you kind of need to move towards this Queen of Pentacles state, why you kind of need to progress to the next level. Yeah, and it's with the Four of Swords, although I almost never read this card that way, I just feel like a knowing, like just this knowing, this deep, peaceful, serene knowing that this is what you have to do. This is why you are being called forward, because there's some form of progression, there's some form of evolvement that needs to take place for you. Yeah, and also, as I said, with this Page of Coins in reverse, it's just, I just feel boredom, seriously. I feel boredom, I feel like it's just like where you are right now, it has kind of run its course. It has served its purpose. There's nothing new for you to learn there anymore. There's nothing new to attain from this. Nothing new to experience. So you just know that you kind of need to move. Or at least one aspect of you knows, a very, very deep and wise aspect of you knows. But now, the Healer of the Ages, what I want to see with this is how this healing is going to take place for you. Wow, that was really quick. We have the Empress in reverse. Interesting. Oh, and the High Priestess. Wow, very powerful cards. And again, very much divine feminine. Very much divine feminine energy. One more, please. How is this Healer of the Ages going to be healed for Leo? We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and we have Judgment. So you have some pretty big cards coming out. Okay. Okay, and the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So yeah, this is a kind of a very empowering energy with the Nine of Pentacles. But, and it's also interesting, I just want to point out that we have quite a lot of Pentacle energy coming through. So this feels very like physical, very material, very much your like physical, actual surroundings. So yeah, it seems like a change of environment is necessary for you. But anyway, with the Empress in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse, I actually feel that you are going to come into a sense of realization, especially with the Judgment being here. This is like liberation. This is you following that deep calling within you, that like divine wisdom that I was talking about earlier, that I felt with this Patience card, which is propelling you forward, right? And I also, yeah, I feel that with that coming forward for you, with that kind of coming to the forefront, I feel like it's going to open your eyes somewhat to like how much is hidden within you, how much potential is within you. And also how like staying in this place where you are not 100% happy, how it is keeping you stuck and keeping you away, again, keeping you like, keeping you limited and keeping you from realizing everything that you could realize for yourself, everything that you could achieve, everything that you could have. And I mean, with the Empress is one of the most abundant, one of the most creative, one of the most beautiful energies in tarot. So yeah, with this Five of Pentacles in reverse, I just feel like you're kind of going to see that aspect. You're finally going to realize how that has been lying dormant within you, how that aspect of you has been stifled by being stuck or by staying stagnant in this energy where you are right now. And with this Judgment, I just feel liberation. This card for me symbolizes that deep divine feminine aspect of you, that very like divine knowing coming to the forefront and almost like being victorious over the ego side that instills fear in you, that instills doubt within you, that tries to keep you where you are because it feels safe there, even if it's not actually in your highest good. So this is beautiful, a very beautiful energy. And if you remember, the underlying energy for this was, what was it? Personal, like a door to personal healing and happiness or something, freedom and happiness, whatever that card was. It very much also goes together with the Nine of Pentacles, which is the underlying energy. And I feel like this Judgment is actually going to propel you towards this Nine of Pentacles, which is independence, self-reliance, self-sufficiency, just being really, really good, being very settled, being very confident and just cared for, but you yourself are caring for yourself. It's where all of your needs and wishes are being met. So it's a really beautiful energy. But now with this journey, I want to see what this will allow you to do once this is like strengthened within you. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. We have the Magician. One more, please. What will this journey... Oh, thank you. I don't know why, but I had a feeling that the Three of Swords was going to come out. I have no idea why. I honestly can't even explain it. Oh, but the Fool... Oh, the Fool is kind of like the journey card, so it's really beautiful. But I actually love that the Three of Swords came out here, because the Ace of Pentacles in reverse was kind of like... was puzzling me for a second there. But with these two coming together, basically with you exploring, right, with the Fool, going into the unknown, going into uncharted territories for yourself. Again, whether this is like on a physical, on a mental level, or actually like physically, even though with all the pentacles coming out, and you have a pentacle here as well, with all the pentacles coming out, I do feel like it's very much an actual shift in your physical environment, at least for a lot of you. With these two coming out, it's like you're not going to invest, you're not going to put your energy and your effort into any situation that doesn't actually make you happy, that causes you some form of suppression, limitation, oppression, anything like that, which I very much feel is kind of what is happening for you right now. As I said, it felt very heavy on my chest. It felt like stifling. It felt very stifling, and this is kind of what these two cards together symbolize. A very stifled, a very oppressed heart, where your heart is not free to go after what it wants. But with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse coming out with this, I feel that once you actually shift, once you actually move, again, whether on an energetic level or actually physically, you're going to liberate yourself, and you're going to set yourself free from being tied, being invested, staying put in an energy that does not make you happy, that is clearly not meant for you, that is clearly limiting and restricting and holding you back. So yeah, with the Fool, beautiful, new, fresh, liberating energy coming up for you guys. So however long this process is going to take, it's very much worth it. Very, very, very much worth it. You have some beautiful cards come out, so you have a lot to look forward to, my sweet Leos. But that's it. I'm going to leave you guys there. Thank you so much for watching this reading. If you resonated with this, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It would mean so much to me. And also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you wouldn't miss out on my upcoming videos. That's it. So thank you again so much for watching this, and I'm sending you so much love and light, guys. Please take care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye-bye.